Hey, you might not want. We just like straight up debuted his thing without Tony.
Whoa, you guys have seen this. We're going to have a special guest coming on in a couple minutes, and we're going to surprise him. So don't tell him. He's going to be waiting in the green room. He might be able to see this. But right now, this is Crypto Nova with Beskar, and we have special guests from the Ethereans, Oscar, on right now. But I want to talk real quick before our other guest comes on, because on Novoverse right here, you can get Novoverse at cryptonovo.io. And what it is you can get these AR filters that we made. We're going to surprise Tony with his right now. All right. Because he's coming on. He's one of the nicest men in the NFT space. And what we're going to do is we're going to get him one of these filters so he can get out there and talk and go live action with it. Now, we might not be able to get these filters on him today, but it's something we want to give to him because it's so important to get him out in the space. And you know what? The main person behind all this Novoverse and Crypto Novo IO, where you can get these filters, is Beskar X. Beskar, how are we doing? How have you been? And how are these filters been going?
Well, thanks for the intro. The filters, as you can see, the Novoverse is growing by the day. We started in punks and we did Louis. And pretty soon we're going to be debuting another crossover collection. But right now, I feel so privileged right now to be the first people to be Tony Herrera's punk in the metaverse, and to have Oscar on and the Ethereans with Tony is going to be quite an episode.
So here we go. Tony, you're on live action right now. We made you these crypto in honor of you, one of the nicest men in the NFT space. Thank you very much. It's the least we can do for you, my friend. How are we doing, Tony?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Bazar. I appreciate everything he's doing. I'm looking like I'm in the mirror. It's twice. It's like I'm double vision.
You can never have enough Tony Herrera. That's my opinion.
It's like there's clowns in the room.
That's what we want to do. We want to get these crypto punks out there to make great voices for our friends in the space. And myself and Beskar, we had to take the time to get their buck tooth right up to par, including the nice what are they the mark on the forehead. It's we attention to detail. We love it.
Attention to details, right? And to add Mr. Tony Herrera to this stable of CryptoPunks in the Novoverse is such an honor. I mean, you're talking about the likes of G Money, you're talking about the likes of Spotty Wi-Fi, but really now you've got the godfather of NFTs, Tony Herrera. Welcome to the Novoverse, Tony.
Thank you for having me. I really love being here.
But it's never about us, Tony, and that's what you've taught us. It's about others, and what we want to do is bring others in as best as we can, and pretty much show off our friends here. And one of the friends that you've introduced us, it's a couple of weeks back now, but when you say a couple of weeks, it's almost years in the NFT space, is the wonderful creators and the minds behind Ethereum's with Oscar. So Tony, how about you give us a little background about Oscar before we bring Oscar on here?
So I came upon Oscar's work through Nick NFT, who does a podcast, and he had written, I think it was an article, and it profiled Oscar's work on Foundation with a particular NFT that Oscar had done called the Unemployed Alien, and so I ended up going to check it out on Foundation and really liked the Unemployed Alien, and it's actually still sits in my collection. And the Unemployed Alien is kind of like one of the first introductions that I got into Oscar's artistic abilities, and so I basically bid on it, and at the time I was bidding against Punk 4156 and a couple other punks and so I ended up winning the auction, and so that became part of my collection. And in the process, I believe Oscar had some collateral, so like some some 3D, some files that came along with it. So I sent him a DM, and then we started talking, and he gave me the backstory on the character for the Unemployed Alien, and it's kind of a neat story, but because the Unemployed Alien is the Unemployed Alien it has a neat story because it actually kind of ties in with the Ethereans, and that it's he comes from a very intelligent extraterrestrial beings, and kind of lands in the mountains of Monterrey, Mexico, and is trying to get back. His ship crash lands, and he's trying to get back to his home, and so I kind of like the story that Oscar had around it, and he explained to me that him and his brother Raul run a full-fledged design studio out of Monterey, and so we started talking, and then later on he introduced me to the Ethereans, and I really like the Ethereans, and so that's how this whole conversation began, and it sort of began by me collecting some of Oscar's NFTs and looking at their designs and what he and Oscar have done in terms of their 3D animation and the work that they've done for other parties.
So as we're seeing here, Monterrey, Mexico, so you have a point of reference, because what I'm finding is more and more in this space, NFTs are, a universal language. So Oscar, all right, Tony does his due diligence. He knows the space very well. I follow him, as Beskar said, as like a godfather in the space, one of the nicest people in the space. So for himself to come across you and the Ethereums means a lot. All right. So what do the Ethereans mean to you as, a project that you and your brother have created from the ground up? And is also, it's nice to see the origin story behind it as well, with your prior things with the Unemployed Alien.
Thank you. Well, basically, the Ethereans means a lot to us because this is the project where we finally will do more than art, because we have discovered a lot of things about NFTs thanks to Tony and the research we have been doing. So basically, the Ethereans will be like our playground to, well, basically to do all the things that we have learned so far, like the utility, and do more things with physical objects, and try to explore like the foundations of the DAOs. And well, we will use this project to create an IP and put all the knowledge to work, because we know that NFTs have a huge impact on people, and we have been in that place where we basically do our daily basis job on our studio, and then we started to generate income with our NFTs. And once we start to see the potential, we ask ourselves like, hey, what if we can bring NFTs to our clients or to our products? And yeah, well, basically the Tinas will be the playground and the kickstart of all that knowledge.
And I love the website here. I mean, it's just so smooth. I love just how you scan through it, and just everything about it just leads me to it. And like what Tony had mentioned before, just like the mindset of just aliens, and I don't know, I've always been into that type of stuff. I've always loved that. That's what I daydream about, is those just extraterrestrial types of things, reestablishing themselves, and just how cool they look. And that was one thing that Beskar brought up to me, is just like, you can't take cool out of what cool is, and these are just cool looking things.
Thank you. Well,
yeah.
So what we have here is we have our pre-sale coming up. On the 1st, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
September 1st. And with that pre-sale, there's a little bit more to it, as I see right here. Why don't you explain a little bit about the pre-sale and what kind of things that they'll get with it?
Yeah, the pre-sale will be coming on September 1st at 10 p.m. PST. So yeah, but basically we are offering to the first 1,000 people that join to our Discord channel. They will have this 10% off on the minting price that will be 0.0072, and well, we have also the promotion for the Ether Cards community. So the first 1,000 people that come to our minting presale date and has an Ether card on their wallets will be granted that same discount.
That's outstanding. So here we are. We're blending, multiple platforms as you're entering into the NFT space with the Ethereums, which is awesome. I mean, what better way to just have more access than that? With these Ethereums, coming up, real soon. So Discord is the best way to hop on right now, and that's what I hopped on that Discord, and it's humming. It's good. It's seeing lots of action on there, and we're actually seeing lots of friends from our Discord hopping on. As well. And, they're seeing multiple Tonys. They're seeing Triple H, as we're seeing from Maskey here. So you got three Tony heads, going right in a row, as you can see right here.
Well, and what I've seen from what you guys have released about the drop is some really key things that I know collectors are looking for. I mean, first, of course, we're fans of the art, but secondly, it's what's the opportunity out there if I get in early and mint? And two things really stand out to me. One is the cyborgs. Okay, so now these are cyborgs that the Ethereans have built to help them with their universal tasks, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah.
And so cyborgs are going to be pretty much randomly dropped to people who mint. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We will have like types on the Ethereans. We have the cripplings, which are the Ethereans. They are named cripplings because they came from Planet Crypto, and they created the cyborgs. And then we will have a hidden type that we are soon to announce, because this type is great, and Tony just have an amazing idea to do something else with that type of Ethereum. And then we have the mutants, which are like
Yes.
laboratory created, and people has been asking us a lot about the mutants, because we on the beginning we only say to people that, hey, we will have mutants on our collection, but then they went to the website and entered to the rarity page, and they see that we have actually two type of mutants.
Right.
So people
Stay
start
right
to
there. Actually, if you don't mind, Novo, let's stay right there where you were. Yeah, right there. And Oscar, why don't you tell us about these three classes of Ethereans?
okay. Well, the mutants are like laboratory experiments that just fail, and we have a storyline. We're writing the story of these mutants, but basically they were like banished from Planet Crypto because they were like more aggressive. They was not that friendly,
Damn
and
mutants.
well, they just got banished from Planet Crypto to another planet that we will talk about later. And then we have the aberrations, with will be just two on the collection, being the most rares of all the collection. And the aberrations have a similar story.
Ooh.
We have one that is a mutant, and one that is like an infested uh, Ethereum, because there are like these these yes, like parasites
He's
on
the
their face.
test monkey Etherean. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. These are like the primal monkeys, because the one of the variations is the primal mutant. So it's different. On the design is different, and the other aberration is it's like infested, because he got a parasite that is actually a trait on the collection. So if you're the lucky
Yeah.
one to get this, you will get like the primal aberration of all.
And so now, as Novo's been scrolling through here, we've seen, okay, so trait classes like soldier, general, colonel, is that right? And then
Yeah.
soldier, captain, general. And
Yeah.
then I saw armor traits of, what was that?
Rusted.
Rusted, golden, and then steampunk. And is it fair to say that those are decreasing in, I should say, increasing in rarity as you get up to steampunk?
Yeah, yeah, those colors will be the rarest because, well, actually, we have a lot of colors. You can see, like, we have green, we have red, we have black, but those colors those not affect on the rarity unless you get these three, like the rusted, the golden, and the steampunk, because on the storyline these colors will have an special appearance on on the content we're going to produce. So yeah, basically, if you get the rusted, the golden, or the steampunk, you are getting a rare piece.
Awesome.
There we go. We're getting. That's what we like to hear at Beskar, is that alpha information, people hearing online.
Yeah.
And all right, so we have a question out there right now. Another day with Jay. I just clicked it on right now. I didn't even have a chance to proofread it. So, hello, how much is the minting cost? And when does the minting? So, all right, so two on that is, one, you can pre-mint these, correct? These have a pre-mint on this Tuesday. What is that? On Wednesday, correct? The 1st?
Yeah. Yeah, the permit is on September the 1st at 10 p.m. PST, and we will have the public sale on September the 3rd at the same time. And the price for the permit will be 0.072 Ethereum, and for the public day will be 0.08.
Great. So
Oh,
you get that
One
little
clarification.
ETH bonus for Tony.
Gentlemen, real quick. So I just want to correct. Oscar's been saying 10 p.m. It's actually 10 a.m.
Yeah,
PST.
sorry.
Yeah, so it's
Sorry.
10 a.m. PST. And we should mention that for the pre-sale, which is September the 1st, which is Wednesday, once again at 10 a.m., the pre-sale is open right now to the 1,000 early adopters that are part of the Ethereum's Discord channel, and that's already been that number's already been met. So right now that $1,000, that 1,000 has already been exceeded, and then two, it's also open to Ethercards in particular was very interested in the Ethereans, so they asked if they could participate in the pre-sale. So then we opened it up to them, and they also have 1,000 slots for that. So there's a couple of things. So those slots are already taken. So the pre-sale, for the most part, it's already oversubscribed. So we don't have any more slots. And the mint, once again, of the pre-sale will be limited to 2. So you'll be able to mint 2 Ethereans per wallet. And there is a bot that will whitelist for the Ethereans Discord channel your address. And for the Ethercards, it'll actually require that the Ethercard holder have a Ethercard in their wallet that they will be minting. So there's a couple of things there. So you just wanted to
Tony, that's what we love about it. You think of it so it's evenly distributed. I mean, it's little things like that people overlook. Otherwise, you're going to get one person, coming in and just, buying a whole project and reselling it, not distributing it properly. And it's the little things like that that go overlooked. Big thanks for answering the question right there from, Live Action. We do have, we got a White Sox in the house. We're Chicago.
That's right.
Here. So, right here, they're excited for it, and
all the White Sox fans are excited for the Ethereans. I could tell you, all of them.
Amazing.
So right here we have what you have designed is perfect. So you're having a chance for the people who have been in the Discord at early to have a chance at it. You're branching in the Ethercards community, which we know and we've been able to help out and talk about along the way and help that platform grow as well, and see how they've grown. I mean, they've had some major names on the platform, and adding the Ethereums to it is just a feather in the cap. That's what we get, is we get great things from great people and cool things as well. And we also got a little alpha information in there. Any other alpha information or little tidbits that you can share with us, Oscar?
Well, stay tuned, because on the upcoming days we will release on the sneak peeks channel on our Discord. We will release the upcoming types we have not shown, like the mutants and the hidden trade we have. And well, yes, just stay tuned for the Discord announcements.
Oh, I can't wait to dive into that. How about
You
Eve?
know what I was seeing as we were sitting there, and all those Ethereans were flashing by. The Ethereans were flashing in front of my face. The art in every trait that you guys have designed with extra detail and extra care. Yeah, there you go. I mean, look, you got the jetpack, you got the robot, and they're so distinct, right? Like, I mean, it doesn't look like there's no copy paste here, right? This is
Yep.
real, real work, real 3D work, real grind that goes into it, and certainly the Chaos Duo is known for their 3D design. Oscar, do you want to tell us a little bit, or even show us anything about your process and how you guys really developed this collection?
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't mind, I can share my screen.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. I've
Ooh.
saw it in the green room. I'm glad that we could share cool things
We're-
like this.
Now on Crypto Nova stream right now, we are going all the way in to the source. Okay, we're not just talking about it. We're going all the way in with the artist, to show us his process, how he works, and how these Ethereans were handcrafted.
Yeah, well, this is the base shape of the Ethereans. We have no eyes here because we add the eyes on Cinema 4D, which is the program where I set up the textures and the lighting. And well, this is where the software where we model and sculpt the pieces. So what you guys are looking here, it's like the general armor. And this is the first time we show the 360 model, so you can see where these tubes come from. So yeah, this is like how to say, maybe a week.
A week's worth of work, handcrafting, and
Yeah,
really,
yeah, we
you
have been
know,
working with this
yeah.
over a week or 2 weeks. So yeah, basically this take time because we have been working with the details and trying to be the more graphic possible with the ranks. So yeah, basically we have this model here, and we start to design everything
Awesome.
like on top of the face, and on this part of the suite. We have this trait that is also a rare trait.
Oh, that's sweet.
Very, very
So yeah, basically we start to build everything here. So when we create the toys, everything makes sense. So you can see we have this space on front of the eyes. So we will create everything so that fits
yeah,
easy on,
right.
on the toy.
Extra care.
So yeah,
That's
so
right.
it's a lot of work still to be done, but yeah, this is like the first time we show, or I show this on like live.
Well,
You should be proud and you
That's
should
right.
show it off. This is cool stuff. This is like the behind the scenes stuff. And this tells the story of how hard it is to make something like
Thank you.
this. It's like Oscar says, it's just not copy and paste.
Well,
And
and
then I branched.
what you're doing here too
about
is you're inspiring another generation, right? We know that the Chaos Duo is just getting started, and by coming out here and talking about your process and really with the success we know that Ethereans are going to have, you're going to inspire someone else to come out and create, and they might be your biggest fans in the whole world by the time this thing's all over.
Thank
So-
you. Well,
One of the things that I do want to bring up about, and Oscar and Raul have done a really good job with the art, is that these are full-bodied avatars. So unlike some of the other avatar projects, these do come with a full body. So you're going to be able to do
Day one, no
Yes.
less.
Yes.
Is that right, Oscar? These are going to ride along with metaverse avatars.
yeah, well, we'll work. In fact, we are working with 3 avatars for Sandbox, like on the first instance.
Great.
And after that, we will be releasing like some things like wearables for Decentraland and other platforms. But yeah, the first step is sandbox game, because we are so excited, because the next year, if I'm correct, sandbox will be open to mobile games, and we have a special interest on mobile games because we are gamers, and we have this interest on developing games for all platforms. And I think the time where NFTs become relevant for mobile, or more relevant for mobile, this will be like a huge success. And we want to start exploring like now, because we are pretty confident that mobile games will be a success. So yeah, basically we are starting to work on stuff on like for the metaverse. And well, let's see where we get.
And that's what I love to see about through this process of it here is, you get a full body, you see the arms, the legs that Tony had mentioned. Then you're talking about just before of like how you're branching it into making them into, 3D print art toys, which is sweet. And then also the metaverse sandbox gaming aspect. So it's the evolution in the space that we're seeing is that you guys are setting the bar very high for NFTs in this space as far as what you get out of it. And it's coming from the hard work. Such a hard work, as we've been mentioning, the Chaos Duo. One of the members of the duo, Raul, is not even here because, you're still plugging away. There's still work that needs to be done. And, you set these timelines up as benchmarks to achieve, and you guys have achieved all these. So I'm just super excited to see where we're moving from here. And as what I'm seeing right now is I'm already breaking down the attribute classes what we have right now with the general's armor right there on it. And now we're adding different attributes that we can go through there. I'm actually taking notes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Raul is working like 24/7, because we have a lot of stuff to do right now, because we're getting so close to the pre-sale. And well, I'm just so excited that people can see how we do things, because yeah, and NFTs are evolving like every day. And we can't miss out a single day, because if we do something now, tomorrow will be someone, like as you said, pushing the bar so high. So we are trying to do things right, so we can build something together with more people and add more value to our projects, and try to, yeah, well, to co-work with more people and more talent to create bigger things for the NFTs.
Well, that hard work's gonna pay off. It's all gonna show in just a couple days. Once these NFTs drop, and we could see it already in the art and the work that you have put behind it. And when you get people that are supporting you, like Tony and just other people around the community that have reached out, just in simple tweets and simple likes, just shows that cool things happen to cool people, and you guys are on that list. That's for sure.
Thank you, man.
So one more time, run us down the basics, right? What's happening over the course of the next few days with the pre-sale drop and the full drop, just in case we got people tuning in here later.
Want me to take that, Oscar?
Sorry, don't get it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and explain. So once again, the pre-sale is Wednesday, September the 1st at 10 a.m. Once again, it's open to the early adopters, which are from the Ether cards holders and the Ethereans Discord channel, and that'll happen September the 1st at 10 a.m. PST, and then the public sale will happen September the 3rd, which is Friday, September the 3rd at 10 a.m. PST as well.
And that'll be 6,000 more. It's a 10,000 collection?
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up. So there's a total of 4,000 that could possibly be minted for the pre-sale between the Ether card holders and the early adopters, and then there'll be another 6,000 that can be minted on the public sale. And then on the public sale, it should be noted that although the pre-sale is limited to 2 Ethereums per wallet, so we can fair distribution. On the mint day, on the public mint day, you will be able to mint up to 20 Ethereums on the public sale, which would be Friday, September the 3rd. And then that mint will be 0.08 Ethereums, and the maximum will be 20 Ethereums per wallet.
Yeah, I just want to add that this collection will be an 11,000 collectibles, and we will store 1,000 on the project wallet, so we can add more like value or do more interesting things with those Ethereums that we will hold. And yeah, well, basically we are going to use those Ethereums that we are storing for creating content or giveaways, and well, we are planning to do a lot of stuff that benefits the community.
Yeah, that's a good point, Oscar. So as Oscar mentioned, there's 1,000 Ethereums that will be held by the project team, and those are meant as community incentives.
Yep.
Helping the community, that's what we need to do, and that's cool that you guys are doing that and setting that aside, because it's giving you your that could be driven very much by what you guys have going on the Discord, what some of your fans want, and the direction that you constantly want to be driving forward in this space. And we're seeing it tons and tons with how you're layering it with toys as a physical product, how you're layering it within the metaverse, so you're having that metaphysical relationship that people are striving to get out of their NFTs. And then just the community in general. You want to be talking to some crazy AR filters like this, crypto punks with buck teeth, and just hop on Discord. It's that simple. I mean, that's what the community is about. Anyone on the chat have any questions for them? We have another amazing projects. Vibeland, thank you very much for tuning in and helping support. Make sure we're out there tweeting and retweeting all those good projects that are out there. I mean, look at that. He's creating something as we speak. That's just, it's work in progress right now.
Absolutely.
Man, that's sweet.
Yeah, this is a cyborg.
That's a cyborg. I recognize that right away.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a really good looking piece.
So one of the things that will happen also with all the Ethereums is that we're working on the 3D printing. So the files to do the 3D printing will be available. And there are some aspects that we're working with some manufacturers, some friends of ours that have the capacity to 3D print. So we're making sure that the files are ready for anybody that wants to 3D print on their own, or possibly send away for the 3D printing. It's something that we want to facilitate.
Wow, that's pretty neat. And I just saw that, one of the first times out of another project just recently where, you're able to 3D print, and now you're another layer adding on top of it. That's just so cool. I mean, it's just at home, almost instantly at home, you'll be able to get something, once that metadata is uploaded to these Ethereums. And man, it's just cool on top of a cool on top of cool, which I'm loving. And I can't wait for, for this to further proceed. So, we're definitely going to keep track of the storyline with this. I definitely want to get Raul back on here. He's probably watching right now. He's probably not even working. He's probably hopefully taking a brain break, which he's allowed to, I hope.
One of the things that that would be kind of interesting, and we should put it up, is to see some of the work that Oscar and Raul have done for other projects. Like, for instance, they did one of my skeletons for the Meebits. They did a little bit of animation. So one of the things that we also plan with the Ethereums is some content. So as Raul and Oscar have sort of made their way into the NFT space, they have worked for other projects where they've made content for some of the 3D animations for some other projects. So you're talking about two artists with Raul and Oscar who are well versed in 3D animation. So we're excited to once we conclude the public sale, to bring some of that content to the community.
Yeah, all their stuff that they've made up until this point. I mean, that's what it is. It's how they formed themselves through their upbringing to get to this point, to have this gigantic project. I mean, this is a huge uptaking for this to go on. I'm just amazed at what he's just created right in front of us, and just the 15 or 20 minutes we're there, and just almost seeing all the different little attribute classes right there on the side. I mean, it's almost like, man, that's cool.
Oscar, Oscar, since you've got this up, do you have probably one of the images that you may want to share, or a sneak peek of something that? So you've been seeing the renderings, but do you have a full rendering of something that maybe we can give the audience a sneak peek?
Okay, yes, I have some sneak peek. Just let me search for it.
Good.
What I'm gonna do,
While
I'm gonna
Oscar's
turn
looking
off,
for that.
Oscar. What I did is I turned off your screen. You let me know when I'm ready. I don't want you to click the wrong button and then show the Holy Grail or anything like that.
In the meantime,
Okay.
Novo, why don't you pop over to my screen share, and I'm going to fill in with this alpha for everyone who's watching right now. What you're going to want to do right now, okay? Don't wait because there's still time. You're going to go to the Ethereans Discord, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to go here to get in that pre-sale. You're going to come down to this pre-sale, go to the pre-sale channel, and put in your, exclamation point pre-sale space, your wallet address, like I just did right here, and boom, I confirmed in the Discord that I'm successfully stored and entered in the pre-sale. So don't wait, go do that right now, so you get in that first 1,000 alpha who get in on the pre-sale. So go join the Discord, start chatting. Look, Tony Herrera is in there. I mean, there's all stars in this Discord, and it's gonna heat up as we get closer to pre-sale launch on the 1st.
Looky. Beskar, thank you for that. Thank you for keeping me on top of things like you always do. That is some sweet information. The easiest way of getting there is just following the right people, know what's going on in the space, and that's why I follow Beskar, because he tells me what's going on in the space. Oscar, I see it.
Jumping in and modding in your Discord too. Why not?
Oscar,
Can you?
screen. Is it okay if I click over to your shared screen here?
Yeah. Can you put my screen back
All
again?
right, another face is coming on. Don't be surprised if you're watching at home.
Okay.
Boom.
This is world premiere, guys. This is world premiere. Okay. So
Boom.
let me bring another one to the screen.
It's
And
Shredder.
and we have another, like, I don't know how to say it, or if I can say it, but we have a surprise with these robots. But I don't know. Maybe we need to wait a little bit, or what do you say, Tony?
Yeah, I think we need to wait. Some of the only because if I think you are, if I think what you're thinking, yeah, we want to wait because there's some other announcements that come with that. So there
Yeah.
are some surprises that come with the, particularly once again, and I want to clarify for the audience, the pre-sale is booked. There are no more slots for the pre-sale.
And I apologize, Tony.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. But I do want to clarify for the audience because I also don't want anybody trying to get into the pre-sale and then wasting gas, especially with gas costs sometimes the way they are. So we do want to stress that the pre-sale is closed only because there's already more than 1,000. There's already 1,000 early adopters, and also EtherCard has already indicated. EtherCard has way more members than Ethereum has, and they've already we're already getting complaints that people can't they build up really quick. So
Yeah.
but we will have it for the there will be for the public sale. One of the questions was also what is the pre-sale early adopters, the cost. The cost is a 10% discount. So the minting cost for anybody who is eligible as an early adopter or EtherCard holder will be 0.072 because it's 10% discount. And then for the public sale, it will be 0.08. So that'll be the mint cost. But there are some other items that we will share leading up to the public sale, in terms of what Oscar was mentioning, in terms of some sneak peeks of some of the other collaborative efforts that we have with some other projects that have already also indicated that they're interested in. So there are some collaborative projects. We won't mention who they are at the moment. Besides EtherCards right now, there are other projects that reached out to us that wanted to be part of the pre-sale, but we no longer have any slots. So we will be doing some collaborative projects that incentivize some airdrops for both of our communities, and we're looking forward to that. So there are some other we won't get into them today, but there are some token economics and utility aspects that we're trying to bring into the project that will bring more value and utility to the tokens. So, but we don't want to get into that today because we're basically going to be busy with the pre-sale, and hopefully it'll go smoothly. We don't have. I think there's an Art Blocks drop a little bit before our drop, so we shouldn't compete with their gas cost, and so hopefully we run smoothly and we don't get too many gas wars.
And that's what you're doing, is figuring out that perfect time slot to put those things in there to help out, the true fans in this, and that's the collectors and the people who want these things and collect them and trade them and talk about them. And as we can tell, like right now with all the pre-sale is pretty much gone. So the mindset here is, making sure that you're staying in tune with what's happening on the Ethereum's Twitter page, so you're up with the latest info and details on this wonderful project. And another thing is, circling back to, Crypto Novo and the show that we have here, because we're going to have these guys back on and we're going to talk about these things. And when it drops and the releases come out, we're going to be here every step of the way so we can get out to those fans and show the love and support behind this project.
Novo, one of the things that I'm glad that you mentioned is that even though the pre-sale is pretty much all filled, the community will have the 1,000 Ethereum. So anybody who's interested, especially anybody who's new to NFTs and doesn't have a lot of ETH, feel free to jump into the Discord and lend your some volunteer services, because you can be rewarded with an Ethereum that way, right? So one of the ways that you can get into an NFT, especially a project like the Ethereums, is by just committing some time and effort into the project, and you can be rewarded with an Ethereum.
Yep. We see that all the time in lots of projects, and that's kind of the fun of this NFT space is, getting in there and helping out on that Discord and showing your stake of value within that community. And you guys have set that aside as a priority. Tony, there's a reason why we call you one of the nicest, not one of the nicest people in NFTs, is because of the things that you do, forward thinking that you do to helping others at every aspect. And I know that you're trying to bring as many new people into this NFT arena as possible, and that's one of the things that you do, is this a simple little giveaway like that to someone who's never had it before, that turns them into an instant fan of the space.
No, thank you, Novo. I appreciate your kind thoughts, your statements. I think one of the things that for me was really important when I got approached by Raul and Oscar is that I wanted to help them with their project, but they're also clearly, as you can see, very talented artists. So it was kind of a no-brainer for me, right? I come from a background of immigrant organizations and wanting to help the community, and so for me, this was a really unique opportunity, because when I spoke to Raul and Oscar, it was kind of an easy decision once I began to see more of their art. As they showed me the items, the Ethereums that they had 3D printed, the Unemployed Alien that they had 3D printed, their ability to create the digital files that enabled a nice 3D printing. We're looking at these Ethereums on the screen, and it kind of doesn't do them justice, because when you really hold them in your hand, they have really nice texture. Like each one of these has a really fine texture to it, and you really can't appreciate it because of the we aren't getting high resolution, but people will be amazed once they actually see them. The high resolution images that will come with them. And for me, it's going to be really exciting to get these 3D printing. The 3D printing is really interesting because without giving it away, there is some plans once again for these items to be these Ethereums as tokens to be a key to the metaverse. So I can sort of give you a little bit of a hint. Imagine your physical 3D printed Ethereum in a way that you can scan it somehow and get into the metaverse. That's within our roadmap, and it'll be really interesting.
That's some fun technology right there that you're messing around with, as far as getting entrance in being scanned by your metaverse NFT. You know, that's really cool
And
stuff
and
I've ever heard about.
and the hint that I can give you, Novo, is just think near field communication. So if you think of an NFC chip, an NFC chip can be embedded into anything, and it could be embedded into a physical. And then once that is scanned, that can take you directly into web content or even the metaverse.
Absolutely. Wow. NFCs in real life that take you into metaverse experiences, fantastic way. And to be honest with you, Tony, I can't wait until we can utilize NFC at a larger scale. So that means we're out and about and doing things and seeing each other. And to be honest with you, I can't wait, because once we get there and you're using your, essentially your NFT passport, right, around by just being near something or checking into something.
And that's really good.
Space is really going to take off.
That's a really good observation, Bezarks, because it's like, if you think about it, with the Ethereum blockchain in particularly, a token can be an identity, right? So we can have multiple identities. We can have a gaming identity, and we can have a work identity, and a student identity, or there's all sorts of identities that we can have, right? And we can choose to be anonymous or have our true identity revealed. And the beauty of it is that these Ethereans and other NFTs, for that matter, any token can give you a access to that metaverse, right? So if I end up whether I end up minting a soldier, a captain, or a general, and I happen to get an aberration or a cyborg, I can use that in the game, right? So that's my key. That's my key to the game. So the Ethereum can be my identity into a blockchain game, and any assets that I acquire throughout them are all essentially also tokens on my Ethereum wallet. So it's a new gaming experience. It gives you it's a path to a new gaming experience in a way that we haven't experienced before, because now all those assets are yours only, and you can transfer them or sell them or do whatever. But there's because it's an Ethereum blockchain and an Ethereum wallet, nobody can take them away from you.
Tony, it's really interesting you say that. As Oscar's over here in one corner doing absolute masterwork on the Ethereans, and essentially just modeling out all the incredible variations of that. Tony, you talk about having that digital identity, having that avatar, and Novo. We can give our audience here a little bit of alpha. I mean, you want to talk about alpha with what's going on in the Novoverse and Crypto Novo. I think this would be the first look at something that we are building. And hey, everything's transparent. Everything's on the blockchain. We're not hiding anything. So actually, if you could kick over to my screen, and Tony, we're working on something similar to this, and we started with a wallet, okay? And right now, this wallet represents the Novoverse, and really, what we're looking at is this shared universe of avatars that we are collecting exclusively for Novoverse residents. Okay, so think if you and the thinking behind this is, and we've got this wallet kind of set up to make some moves here, is that this would be a collection of avatars from many different collections that could be essentially available to to residents of the Novoverse. Okay, so you can see we started seeding the Novoverse already with some degenerates, right? So these are going to be avatars you can use in Decentraland. You can see some artifacts here. We're setting that up to have to get into artifacts collections, and eventually it will be this Novoverse wallet will be full of metaverse avatars. And if you're part of the Novoverse, this could be something you have access to.
That's amazing.
We're gonna keep dropping awesome NFT projects like the ones that we're seeing right now in front of us in here, because this is gonna, this is our wallet that's gonna give us access into the metaverse, and this You know, as sometimes people are going to say it's a show flex, but for me, it's just a connecting with my friends. You know, you're going to click on a different thing to connect with my friends in a different venue of the metaverse. But Tony, what's setting you guys apart from this is that metaphysical aspect of it, where you're going to be having, you know, something 3D printed, something tangible right around you that's going to give you access in something that is not so tangible in people's mind, which is the metaverse. And it's just, man, it's mind blowing to me, and I can't wait to get there. And I didn't even think of this aspect of it right now until you brought it up, Bhaskar. I mean, it's just a prime fit, and it's exactly what we look for when we're looking in for cool projects by cool people.
So you're seeing it already with, you know, with other projects, right? So you have different projects that are beyond the avatar. You have to deliver on something else, right? So you have either there's content creation, and there's the metaverse, and then there's the physicals. And so for us, when we sat down, you know, virtually sat down and had many talks with Oscar and Raul, we're like, you know, why not just lay out a roadmap and do it all, right? We intend to create content. There's some really cool stories around the Ethereans, because, you know, the Ethereans are from a faraway galaxy, you know, and they so they're Ethereans, right? You know, we're on the Ethereum blockchain, and these are Ethereans, and they find an element that they use, which is ETH, and it's an element that is both good and bad. It's like akin to our society with oil, right? Oil is both good and bad. If you use it in moderate, you're okay. But if we use too much of it, then begin to choke nature, right? And so there's a nice story to the Ethereans that involves a little bit of that in terms of, you know, society and climate change and everything else. So there's a lot. We're kind of anxious to start creating content, because one of the things that is important with Oscar and Raul is that they're already a full-fledged design studio, and we want them to become a full-fledged content producing studio, right?
Right.
We want them to produce content. So the resources from the public sale and the Ethereans will allow us to do that, right? So you're seeing it. There's a lot of really great projects out there. I won't necessarily name names, but there's other projects that are already showing and paving the way to token economics in ways that they can deliver to the community, right? And that's the same thing that we want to do. We aim to basically provide a number of utilities regarding the Ethereans, but that said, it is going to be a work in progress. We need to hire designers, we need to hire content creators. You know, there's a whole aspect of moving parts that we need to get going on. But I think that with Oscar and Raul's demonstration of their artistic skills and what they've already done for the community in terms of the production of the 3D animations that they've done for other projects, we're on a good roadmap. And I'm it's funny because people ask me, oh, aren't you like concerned that that you have like, you only have so many days to go? And I'm like, no, not at all. I mean, I say, for us, you have Raul and Oscar who are talented artists. And I think that people, when they look at the art, when they look at the avatars for the Ethereans, it pretty much kind of like, it's a soft sell because it's there. It's like you could see the art and you could see the quality that's gone into it. So I'm really excited about actually,
which is happening live right now.
I'm so fascinated about it. I forgot I was
like right in front of our eyes. A visor, actually, or the Oscar's over there in the lab creating right now for the Ethereans community, and really, yeah, you're getting a sneak peek into the artistic creation here, the artistic process of the Chaos Duo. And yeah, I was completely transfixed. Tony, I know you were saying things that were so brilliant and so insightful to what's happening with the Ethereans, but I couldn't help but watch Oscar Mock.
No, it's good. No, Oscar, I've had long.
Thank you, guys.
I've had long conversations with Oscar and Raul where, like, we'll have like these late nights. So they're like you guys, and we're in different time zones, right? And so, like, sometimes I'll ping them. It'll be late. It'll be like really late for me, like like past midnight. and I'll ping them, and they'll be up. So it's like for them, it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and then we'll get on. And we've had like these marathon sessions where like they'll be working and we'll be discussing certain things about the project. And we've had these sessions where like we'll be on we'll be on a video conference, and we could be on there for a few hours. And so next thing you know, it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning for me, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning for them.
We're night owls.
And you don't even, and the funny thing is, you don't even realize, like, you're just having fun, you're hanging out, you're looking at cool things, talking about cool things, and passing ideas around.
Yeah, time flies when you're enjoying, man.
That's right.
So
that's right.
yeah, we can be up until, I don't know, 9 a.m. and we can keep creating, and well, that's how it is, man. It's all fun. It's all about the fun.
Well, we're gonna catch up with you guys soon. We'll set something on the calendar because I wanna get some more excitement out of. I mean, we had some great fans chime in here tonight, and I kind of wanted to see this thing evolve. I mean, I want to listen to every aspect of this story as it's going all the way through. Beskar, any other questions, any other thoughts, concerns, or ideas you want to bring up here?
My thought is only that I'm incredibly excited for the Ethereans launch. I think this is going to be one to watch out for. And, knowing that you guys, just the simple things, right? Knowing that you guys already have, as I understand, a plot of land in the sandbox, that's all in the works. These aren't things on the roadmap. These are things that are already happening. And those are things you like when you're looking for what to collect. And what metaverse, what universe, and what project to invest in.
Very easily, right there. You can just toss your name in and subscribe. Email right there to get the latest and greatest. We have all the information right here. All you have to do is simply scroll down, read through this beautiful website. If not, you can just re-click on this restream on Twitch and also on YouTube. It will be there for your viewing pleasure. But I'm going to catch back up with this crew and Oscar. Maybe we can get Raul out from behind the creating, and maybe we can get him talking and helping explain a little bit about the time and effort that you guys have put in. And I know that he might be a little shy of the camera, but man, we got to get him here so he can get his accolades. I mean, there's not chaos with one people. It gets chaos when you have multiple people.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to bring chaos to everywhere.
And with that, like always, Tony, a little tribute to you with these with the AR filters at myself, and I don't do much with it. That's all Beskar. So Beskar, thanks for getting these filters going. We'll get Tony up and running with his filter, hopefully for our next cast. For everyone watching us at home, I mean, I might just sit here and stare at this screen right here, Oscar going to work. Like Tony said, we might be here for a couple more hours, but we're going to wrap it up. I want all our friends at home to keep a close eye on this Ethereans because it's rad. It's cool. It's neat. It's made by cool people. If you heard the master himself, Tony, talk about it, man, there's layers and layers on top of it. But until next time, this is...
Oh, wait, hold on. Time out.
Oh, all right. Pause.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play. You were about to sign off.
What do we need?
My friend, we had such an incredible time with the Ethereans, with Tony Herrera, with Oscar. Thank you for coming on. We couldn't be more excited about the Ethereans. But we have something very important that we do need to premiere, and we do need to show tonight.
Really? What is that? I know there's a couple things on our docket, but what does it involve here?
Wow.
I'm thinking about a particular mutant.
Oh, really? Should I pull up your screen here?
Yeah. Well,
Oscar and Tony, what we've been doing is we've been so busy that I had a very busy weekend this weekend with family. So I hadn't had time to do anything related to NFTs, and Beskar keeps me in the loop, like I've been saying multiple times. So Beskar, what do we got? What did I not get to do this weekend?
Yeah, and Oscar, I know how hard you want to get to work, except now I think he's like, wait, mutant? Wait, what? Hold on. So we had, we had some fun over the weekend. Novo, you aped in at the exact right time, maybe one of the last times. that you could have aped in on Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? And
Right.
now we know that Mr. Crypto Novo 311 is part of the board recently, part of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and couldn't have come at a better time because your wallet was eligible for the Mutant airdrop this weekend, the Mutant Serum airdrop. And I know Mr. Tony Herrera and the team, everyone's tracking the Mutant Ape Yacht Club and the Serum. But there was an unexpected turn of events where a public sale that I don't think a lot of people maybe were expecting. I wasn't expecting. I don't follow the Bored Ape Discord as closely as most, but knowing that there was a sale and that to be part of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, you could, if you got in, we knew we had to jump in with both feet. So what we did, and Novo, I don't know what you want to, how much of the entire story you want to reveal. Except,
Okay, all right, I'll just tell the story because I mean this is life. All right.
Yeah, this is the other side of the story.
And you know, this is true life, and it happened. So it was my anniversary this weekend, and I have obviously the best wife in the world. Sorry, anyone else out there. So I was actually driving into the city with my wife, and Beskar dings in, and I know he knew it had to be important for him to, you know, ask what's going on. He's like, "Yo, man, we gotta get something going in the wallet here." So my wife actually was able to transfer some ETH over, so we were able to get some serum. So my wife, I was driving, she was technologically savvy enough to get that ETH transferred over so we could continue having fun as not only as friends but as collectors.
It was an emergency situation, and we had to fill an ETH and a wall with ETH as quickly as we can, and we did. And what we did was we grabbed a mutant, an unrevealed mutant, is what we ended up grabbing. In addition to what Novo can still mint with his Bored Ape, we just said, hey, now's the time, get in on Mutant Ape Yacht Club. So I think what we're about to do, and correct me if I'm wrong, Novo, but you have not seen, it's our Mutant Ape that
I think
the
it's
emergency purchase.
Green.
You have not even seen or revealed yet. So this is the first time.
So wait, you guys are about to reveal a mutant, not the serum, but basically a mutant.
This is a reveal to Novo because he has not yet seen our shared Mutant Ape. So
wow,
I'd say we did a pretty good job here because we got some really good traits.
So this is interesting because I was actually on a hike on Sunday morning, and I received a DM from the NFT attorney Jacob Martin and the individual who minted the Mega Demon.
Wow.
Yes, and so he reached right out to the NFT attorney because he knew what he had on his hands.
So long story short is that Mega Demon ended up being sold to 0xB1.
Yeah.
For I believe 350
339 Ethereum.
Yeah. So I won't divulge who the individual is, but he's a gentleman out of Europe, and it was just amazing, right? So it was like, I mean, imagine that. Imagine you minting that. I mean, I don't know if you. I don't want to reveal what his content is, but he had some really strange stuff in his wallet. And if you looked at the OS wallet,
of course, everyone has.
Yeah, and he had like just like a dozen or so of these weird NFTs, and then the Mega Demon. It was like, okay, wait, that's really strange, but yes, he had the Mega Demon, right? So anyway, continue. I'm anxiously waiting for this reveal.
Totally wild. So here we go. Okay, so what we ended up getting, and when I was frantically trolling the listings as they were coming on in real time and trying to snatch out of the listings the best one I could, grabbing Mutant Ape Yacht Club number 368. That's a low mint number. That was really attractive to me as I was frantically clicking around. So here we go, Novo. You ready for you ready for the Mutant Ape Yacht Club soon to join the Novoverse, And here we
Wow.
here we go. That is
No way,
Big
man.
glasses.
disgustingly
The 3D
awesome.
glasses are amazing.
Oh, we got 3. I didn't even see that. Good point out. The 3D
And you can
glasses.
see
Wow.
into the 3D glasses, into the brain of the
Yeah.
ape back there. Okay, now we've got some really good traits. So I'll run this down for you, Novo, because I've been completely obsessed with it. We've already talked about the 3D glasses. Okay, the 3D glasses are great. Then, the next thing, this outfit that we've got here now, this is the Guayabera outfit. Okay, it's a rather rare Bored Ape trait,
Yeah.
but that translates into this really cool kind of grimy and slimy shirt. But the ape that mutated, which is really interesting, was pink. Okay, so this now a pink Bored Apes are also rather rare. They're certainly not your everyday ape. But then when you combine that pink ape with the bored face, you get a pink on pink. Okay, so this all the bored faces are pink and our ape's pink, and then you skewer a brain matter with this fish hook coming out of this mutant ape's head. And in the pink theme continues here with sort of like this disgusting looking ear, which I love. We've got a nasty mutant, and I'm really glad we grabbed this one off secondary. I can tell you that.
You know what I thought of right away, Beskar? I thought of looking in the mirror at myself. I saw that almost a green tassel hat with some glasses going on it.
We do have a green hat. I didn't even notice that.
I mean, it's the same color scheme. It's through and through. And I had the same thing when I pulled the me bits. If you look at the me bits, it was the same thing. I had a green hat on there.
Green hat. So there you go. The equivalent Novo.
They did a tear today, no?
Oh man, it's beautiful.
Did a tear. It's NFTs are unexpected, Tony Rare, right? You've got a whole weekend that is completely all the air is sucked out of the room, focusing on Bored Apes and mutants. And what happens on Monday morning? Meebits go, no, slide aside. It's our turn. We're going on a run. and it's just you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Like if you would have predicted what happened, you would have predicted today was all about mutants. No, it was Meebits Monday, and there was a huge run there. But Novo, I believe what you are looking at here is, if I'm not wrong, is your mutant serum that you're holding in your wallet right now. Now, this is an unburned M1 mutant serum, unused, and it airdropped to you by just being an owner of a Bored Ape.
So what do you think we should do with this, Beskar?
I mean, you've got a couple of choices here, right? Okay, so you could hold on to this mutant serum, right? Now, you can see they're already valuable. This is an incredible piece of history right here that you're holding in your wallet. It also is eligible to mutate one Bored Ape. So you've got one Bored Ape in your wallet, you've got one M1 serum. If you combine those on the Bored Ape Yacht Club website, you're going to mint yourself a disgusting ass mutant ape. And so, here you go. Also, your ape is only eligible, I believe, for one mutation per serum that you own. So once you do mutate this ape, that ape is burned. You can't ever make that ape mutate into something else. Now, I do understand you can mutate a mutant. Is that right, Tony? Have you been following closely and seeing mutating mutants?
Yes. Yeah, it's actually was actually having a discussion with somebody today about all the subtleties of the M1 and M2 and M3 serums and
So I mean, is it better for me to mutate the one we just mutated or mutate my original one? Is there any
I guess I don't remember because I haven't looked, but I don't know if you can mutate an M1 with an M1. But I could be wrong. I thought you maybe needed to use an
M2 to mutate
serum to mutate an M1, but unsure.
I believe that's what I read as well.
But you do have one serum, 1 ape, and if you so chose, you could be mutating that ape.
Where's the mutating button here? Where's my mutant gin?
All right, so here we go. We are going to go to the members. Nope, that's not it. That is the Mutant Ape Yacht Club page, and you're going to go to. I'll drop it in here.
Oh, that's the problem.
I'm trying to get you that link right now.
You made it. You're never late. You're always here. We got cool things going on. Yep, we got the Ethereans drop. I can't wait for that either. That's going to be great. I can't wait for that to come out. And, cool things by cool people, as I like to say. Man, we saw some cool things before. You could always go back on YouTube and also on Twitch. We could find.
There's the link for you.
There we go. You can find the video that we just talked about how you can get on the how you can get the how you can get your Ethereans. Here it is. Here we go. Man, it is a little mutated here, huh?
Wow.
Now, this is the history and really like the forethought by the Bored Ape Yacht Club team, where they hid this video game in the background of the yacht club. It's been there since day one. It has had subtle changes, right? We know that. That they had some subtle changes to the sign on the game in the background as they were kind of teasing what was coming up. So now what you want to do is you're going to scroll all the way down to that where you can, there you go. Let's scroll down, connect that MetaMask. And once you do, you are going to see that interface change a little bit. Now scroll down. There you go. Now there's our chemistry set. There is our chemistry set. So if you so chose, you could grab that drop-down menu. Bored Ape. Yep, there you go. If you so chose, you could choose your M1 serum that's in your wallet right now. And then if you really wanted a mutant ape, you would click that drink it button. And you take your ape right here live on Twitch.
Are you gonna do a DJ move? That would be bold.
That is happening.
Yeah, you know it, Tony. Come on, I didn't come this far. I've been waiting all weekend for this, my friend.
In the meantime, do not refresh the page. Now we've got a Bored Ape, right, with that typical kind of shit-eating grin, stoned eyes.
Let's go, man.
Oh,
amazing.
Man, the print on the shoulder. Dude.
Whoa.
That cheetah skin.
The cheetah looks amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta refresh it.
Let's go.
Oh, that was I'm so glad I did that. Come on. I need that metadata to come up here quick.
It's working. Those blocks are chaining, and they're working to get you that mutant ape right now, my friend. And oh man, was that thing disgusting. Holy cow, it gross all over it and festering. Mushrooms were growing out of it.
Again, huh?
Boy, oh boy. That the blocks are chaining. The blocks are chaining.
Yeah,
and I know I'd be more patient with it, but it's I just opened it up like a Christmas present, a present here, and I got to
Now here's wow. I mean, wow and wow. When you take a look at what these things end up looking like, you never know what you're gonna get, right? And I see. Okay, so it's in your wallet right now. And here I'll ping you over that link. And I believe that you're going to want to refresh that metadata too, because that art is still loading, even though we saw a thumbnail on the Mutant Ape site. It's going to pop into your wallet, and we're going to get a really good look at how disgusting it is. Now,
sweet. That was just a little teaser look at it right there.
Now, what you got? You aped into Bored Apes, okay? and we made that move after the punk floor sweep. That where you woke up in a cold sweat because it's
My
because
phone,
you had sold.
I was up. My phone absolutely blew up on the Visa news, and I knew that the wheels were in motion on it just to do some action, and action needed to be taken right away because it was something that I was kind of planning for, and I was kind of just waiting for that to happen at the time. And this was probably news to Tony. Is I actually had 3 punks for sale, and all 3 of them got sold. I had a spotted one that sold. Then I had a straight hair and a straight dark hair that sold, all within that floor sweep. So then I knew I had to act quickly. And what I did is it was almost a counterpunch. It wasn't 100% the game plan, but nothing ever is the game plan. So you just got to adapt to what's happening around you. Part of that game plan was 100% getting a Bored Ape. So I went in there, and the apes at the time, the floor is at 27. So I picked up the one that we just currently saw, 1723 for 30 Ethereum. So it's just above floor, but I wanted a good looking ape. And then I had to go back and make a decision on some punks. So almost in honor of Tony here, I saw this developer punk sitting right there.
Absolutely right.
So I sold the spotted one for, I think it was right around 65 or so. I could probably just look it up real quick.
Oh.
So I sold the spotty for 63. And then I came back and bought this one for just about 69, but it was a developer one. So it's, it's a little bit more than just a common floor one. And it was actually one of the cheaper ones that were still available. And then I countered with this nerd glasses, as I like to call, just the athlete with the headband here. And the nerd glasses have actually taken a pretty collector's tone here with, outside of the floor, it's pushing pretty hard as far as there's so many of them. There's 572. So we had to make those moves swiftly to be able to get a Bored Ape pretty much. And then the rest wrote itself. Come on. We're not refreshed here with the metadata yet.
Still loading. That metadata is loading. Well, so now you're talking about a domino effect. Okay. See, really, because of that floor sweep and you having to make that swift decision on what you're going to do with your punks. And ultimately, we knew pretty quickly you're going to do getting an ape because you acted quickly. You got that ape. You got in at 30, and now here we are, right? Like within a week, they're adding value already. It being an owner of that Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? You get that is so gross. It's awesome.
The mushrooms on the head. Wow.
And on the neck too, like growing out of the neck.
The eyes, the cat just going around it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm seeing too, what's pretty distinct is the pink flesh and the pink teeth, right? Where it's just like it all blended together. That's awesome. I mean, come on.
Pink eyes.
That's the stoned eye trait with the Bored Ape mouth and that cheetah.
I like the little mushrooms that are like on the forehead, but then also on the ear.
Yeah.
I can't believe your mutant ape is covered in shrooms, Novo.
Dude, that's crazy. That is crazy. One of the first NFTs I got was the non-fungibles that were pretty much mushrooms that moved and had tunes to it. And that's awesome. Wow. So you got a 1% right here on the M1. Where are we at here? 1% on the rarity trait for properties for the M1 caveman. The bloodshot eyes is a 7%. The mouth set at 2% for just that crap eating look that he likes to have. Then his fur right there, but man, that's pretty sweet. I even think it just looks pretty sharp with the purple background with the pink. I think that looks pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, and so you carried over that background trait. I'm seeing it here. You could kick over to my screen, and what we're gonna do?
I think we need a Bored Apes feline club. They can get me one of those.
No, this is a really good ape, mutant ape. But one of the things that I do want to do is I want to give a shout out to the Bored Ape Yacht Club team, because they have in the airdrop and in with the kennel and now with the mutants, there are so many people who minted something significant, either minted something significant or got a special serum that have been able to sell, and it has been life changing for them.
Life changing.
So
Yeah.
you know, I remember when they first came out, I got a ping from one of the developers, Dave over at Ethercards, and he's like, "Hey, have you seen this project?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "It looks really good," and I really had it to them because they become sort of like your silver. I know that there's a lot of sometimes people are like, oh, Bored Apes are going to flip punks and this and that, but the reality is that I have nothing but love for as a punk maxi, if you will. I have nothing but love for the Bored Apes. They've done an amazing job, and they will continue. They've been able to harness a awesome community. It's funny because I've received in the last 2 weeks or so, I've received so many requests to connect on LinkedIn by apes. It's like it's amazing, and I don't even. I just accept. I'm like, yes, accept.
That's right. Whatever. You can work anywhere. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, and it's amazing because they built such a vibrant community around themselves. So I applaud them. I wish them well. I think I think that they will continue to deliver. And so so as I know that sometimes people try to pit punks and Bored Apes against each other, but I have nothing but love for my apes.
Yeah, that's in my opinion, that's kind of childish. We're all out here. We're all in the NFT game. We're all playing. Punks are punks. Set the bar. Apes came in, said, "Look, we're going to innovate," and they absolutely were going to innovate it, and you could continue to innovate. Like they're always kind of 2 steps ahead of the game, as Nova likes to say, with what they offer to the community, and really, which is why I made a pull over on the side of the highway.
Correction. I didn't pull over. My wife handled the transaction, so I tried to keep
while driving. We said,
I somehow think that Novo has done more than his occasional trying to confirm a MetaMask transaction while driving.
Haven't we all bought it? Raise your hand if you have not bought an NFT.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Don't NFT and drive. That's my message to the audience right now. Don't NFT and drive. It's very dangerous. You might end up buying into a collection.
I think we all need to aspire to be like Pranksky and just have assistants to do that for you.
Nice. So I'm seeing, I'm not seeing. I found another kind of mushroomy one here, but certainly that's got kind of a closed mouth. But really, Novo, you're in very rare company here.
I love seeing that. I love seeing that open mouth on my ape too, because it just doesn't seem like there's so many of that jovial, like open mouth look too much.
Right, and that gave you the pink on pink essentially, which is really cool. But if you look at this, some of these traits, I'm just going to jump around to where was it? Not Caveman Pelt. What was your clothes? Yeah, sure, Caveman Pelt. I'm not seeing a whole lot. So you got a really unique mutant ape there. We got 2 really unique mutant apes in the Bored Ape collection, and really, you're off to a good start here, as within your first couple weeks of being in the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Can't argue with that.
Well, I can't argue with just friends that I'm able to share this stuff with. And, if not, I would have just been like opening this up by myself and not really being able to share it and enjoy it. And like what Tony says is like, I don't take this for granted. I love this. I think this is cool. And growing up, I've not been very art minded at all. I've always been a collector, and these NFTs have made me very art conscious and picking up colors and color patterns. And it made me very conscious of how hard it is to actually create one of these things. It's just not slapped on there, and the thought process behind it. So it goes many wide ranges. It always brings me back to Gus Adams when a CryptoPunk through DraftKings. And from there, he gets a Meebit. And then from that Meebit, he's getting artifact shoes. Now he's getting these artifact airdrops. That's a sweet one right there.
Yeah, that was nasty.
He contacts me all the time saying, this NFT changed my life. And I don't know if he's been able to retire early or not, but you know what? He's living the life that he's always wanted because he's found the stake of value within an NFT. And none of it's ever for money for him. He just likes the community behind it. And that's why I enjoy hanging out with Oscar and Tony and, obviously my best bud here, Beskar X, to find cool things like this to keep me on track. Because this space is so big. There's so many things going on. You got to find the cool people and follow those cool people, because at the end of the day, I'm going to have a nice, cool piece of art I'm going to look at. And if I have friends that tell the story around it, well, then I'll have a memory. And those memories are going to last longer than any ETH or any type of trade or any type of CryptoPunk. It's all about the memories in this space. So, Tony, like I say, you're one of the godfathers, one of the nicest men in the space. What I'm trying to do is preach your word and just try to be nice to others as best as I can. And, try to show others to make their own decisions. So if they want to, splash their Bored Ape with some mutant in and transfer them, they're all about it. Oscar, from the dynamic duo that I'm seeing down there, south of the border, you guys keep up that hard work. I know there's going to be more news coming out about this because I know some things in the work that you and Tony are working on. But thank you for giving us some insight and some alpha and some behind the scenes stuff. And, best of luck with the Ethereums, but we're going to keep track of you. If that's for dang sure.
Thank you, man. I appreciate your kind words, and yes, well, I think we will reveal some more stuff on the week before the Friday of the public sale. So yeah, please stay tuned, and thank you so much for having us.
Hey, you know what? I think I got Friday off, so maybe we'll get something going. Maybe I'll count down the drop or something like that. But I don't want to put any pressure on you guys. I know you have a lot going on, even so much that Raul, he's hard working right now. So we'll give a shout out to Raul. Tony, man, again, thank you for everything. We'll get these AR filters up on your face so you can get up and going on that. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Noble. Thank you, Beskar. I appreciate everything. I appreciate you guys, both of you. Thank you to Oscar. Yeah, and I appreciate you guys having us. So, yeah, and mind you, Noble, if I'll be around on Friday. So if you want to do a little get together on pre-mint on the day of the public sale, I'm happy to jump on.
Cool, man. Yeah, let's get the word out there. Let's get the fans on it, man. Beskar, any questions, thoughts, concerns, or ideas?
No concerns, because I'm feeling good right now. I got to broadcast this whole show as Mr. Tony Herrera's CryptoPunk, Clown Eyes, Bucktooth, Clown Hair Bucktooth, and I'm feeling good about that. I absolutely love this filter. We're going to get in the hands of Mr. Tony Herrera. If you've got a CryptoPunk, we would love to make a filter for you. If you have an Ethereum in a week, we would love to make a filter for you. We can take any NFT and turn it into a Snapchat lens that you can use on Zoom, you can use in Google Meets, you can use to make content on Snapchat, really anywhere you can take that. All you got to do is go to cryptonovo.io, join the Novoverse, request a filter, and join the ranks of now Tony Herrera, G Money, Spotty Wi-Fi, Crypto Novo. Boy, pretty much the Mount Rushmore of some of the best crypto punks that are out there. Go jump in. We can do these pretty quickly, and I think.
Oh, really? Beskar, you might get mad at me. Do you think you can make a filter of this guy? Man.
Oh, no doubt, my friend. We are gonna, when we get a mutant that we can broadcast as, this is gonna be something else, my friend. But you know what? All things do in good time, in due time. We'll get there. We've got I can tell you what. If you're interested in the Novoverse filters, go to the website, hit it up. If you're interested in seeing what we have coming out, come back here. And we're going to be debuting more and more filters from different collections very, very soon.
That's it, man. I can't say more than that. Besides, thank you, my friends, for joining me on the cast today. And man, this is just the beginning. I know I'm excited for the rest of this week. I hope Oscar's not doesn't have any nervous angst built up because he's got a lot probably going on between now and then. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the show, but I want to see the cool things that are coming out with cool people. We'll be back. I'm going to schedule this for Friday again so we can see the live action. But this is Crypto Novo saying stay positive and love life. Peace.
Peace.